Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm back with a set of bone conduction headphones, namely the Haylou PurFree BC01. And if you think that these guys are not able to compete with the best of the best on the market, then you might be in for a big surprise, so let's see the details. But first, a quick overview of what bone conduction actually is. Using this technology means that the headphones will not block your ear canals, but instead the speaker units will sit on the bone in front of your ears and they will create sound by resonating those bones. It might sound strange at first, but it works, and the biggest advantage of such an open-ear design is the exceptional situational awareness these headphones can provide you with during outdoor activities such as running, cycling, hiking, or simply walking around in town. The general design of the Haylou headphones is very similar to that of the Shox Open Run and the Open Run Pro, both of which are considered to be the best of their class, so I guess that's a promising start for the BC01. Haylou uses a flexible titanium headband, and there is this nice, soft, skin-friendly silicone coating all over the headphones as well. The head units of the Haylou are a tiny bit larger than that of the Shox Open Run Pro, but their speaker units are comparable in size, and both headphones weigh in at around 28 grams. The Haylou is extremely comfortable to wear, and the headphones won't even budge during a workout. I use them for 1.5 hour long runs with no issues whatsoever, not even when wearing a baseball cap. On a bike, it's the same. The ear hooks can be used easily with a bike helmet, and sunglasses presented no issues either. But I have to add that this was my helmet and my sunglasses only on my head, so your mileage might vary. The build quality is excellent, and we get an IP67 rating, which makes the headphones completely dust and waterproof. Again, outdoor use is what these guys were designed for in the first place. And since I'm comparing them to Shox, I have to mention that the flagship Shox headphones can only offer an IP55 level of protection against the elements. Speaking of protection, there is one thing that I missed from the box of the Haylou, and that's a carry case or at least a pouch or a bag. The Shox headphones come with either a silicone or a hard case, depending on which model you choose, and that makes carrying them around more safe because you don't need to worry about damaging them in your gym bag by accident. I broke headphones like these before, so I know what I'm talking about. Next up is battery life. According to the official specs, the BC01 can last up to 8 hours on a single charge. However, according to my own tests, the Haylou headset lasted 11 hours and 10 minutes using the aptX codec on Android at around 50% volume. I believe if you blast your music into your ears at a higher volume all the time, you can still get around 8 to 10 hours of playtime, which is a full week of training for even the most hardcore fitness enthusiasts. We get a proprietary magnetic charger in the box, so there is no standard USB-C and there is no wireless charging either, but all competitors do the same with their own headsets, and the magnetic charger gets the job done. The 10-minute quick charge feature can give you 2 hours of playtime, so at the end of the day there can be no complaint on the battery department, as this performance is pretty much on par with that of the Shox Open Run Pro. Moving on to connection, the Haylou PurFree comes with Bluetooth version 5.2, and it supports the SBC and the aptX audio codecs. There is no mention of AAC support nowhere on the spec sheet, but the BC01 works with iPhones and iPads regardless. I have not experienced any connection issues whatsoever. Pairing is quick and easy with both iOS and Android devices. Lag is low enough for watching videos and playing games casually, but there is no low latency mode, so pro gamers might want to look somewhere else. But we get multi-point use, which means that someone who works in an office environment can connect the headphones to 2 devices at the same time, and you can switch between the two seamlessly. The Shox Open Run Pro offers similar connection features, except that it comes without aptX support.
And now let's hear what you can expect from the Haylou BC01 when it comes to making phone calls. I've heard my own voice being more natural before, but the audio transmission is clear enough in a quiet room. The Qualcomm CVC noise cancellation kicks in immediately when I turn on some ambient noise on the speakers in front of me, but my voice remains easy to understand while the background chatter is pretty much under control. But since these headphones were designed to be used outdoors, here's a quick audio sample for you with quite a heavy combination of traffic and wind noise in the background. And if you were wondering, this is what the QOBUZ Open Run Pro can deliver under similar conditions, meaning some traffic and wind noise.
In terms of controls, we get a volume rocker on the right-hand side and the multifunctional button on the left. You can control playback, volume, tracks, your voice assistant and phone calls, so basically everything. The volume rocker also acts as an on-off switch and you can use it for Bluetooth pairing as well. So we get complete control over our headphones, the physical buttons have a tactile feedback, they are easy to use and quick to react. The QOBUZ Open Run Pro have the exact same button layout and it can offer the same functionality too, but what QOBUZ can add to the feature list that's missing from the Haylou is app support. Not that the QOBUZ app can offer much in terms of customization and settings, but having an app is always a good thing. Onto the sound quality of the Haylou BC01, we get a surprisingly open and detailed presentation. Well, surprising by bone conduction standards, I mean. Nevertheless, I got more musical details and better, more forward vocals than expected. But bass, as with most open-ear designs, is practically non-existent, which makes everything sound a little bit thin. However, the clear mid-range and the energetic treble can more than make up for the loss in low-end impact, if you ask me. If there is any advantage of the missing bass, then it's the almost complete lack of those tickling vibrations some other bone conduction headphones suffer from. And one of those headphones is the QOBUZ Open Run Pro, which can definitely deliver more bass with better extension, but it can only do that at the expense of those vibrations, which some people might find annoying in the long run. To be fair, some people might find the lacking bass on the Haylou a deal breaker as well, and the QOBUZ have a massive advantage on that front, so the choice is yours. However, the overall presentation sounds a bit more closed and congested on the QOBUZ, with everything crammed into the center, while the BC01 has a wider soundstage, better separation between instruments, and more air in the sound. Some male vocals, drums or bass instruments could benefit from more low-end boost on the Haylou, but let's say saxophones or trumpets sound more powerful, strings have more bite, and cymbals have more sparkle than what you can get on the Open Run Pro. The clarity in the mid-range of the BC01 can also come in handy with podcasts or when binge-watching your favorite series, as voices are clear and easy to understand. Volume levels are similar, it's just that the perception of volume can be different due to the completely different sound signatures, and the same applies to sound leakage. I feel like the QOBUZ headphones leak a bit more sound, but the two sets are pretty close in that regard. And before wrapping things up, let me make two notes. First, I got the headphones from the manufacturer, but this fact did not interfere with my conclusion in any way, shape or form. I do not get paid for making this review, so all you got is my unbiased and honest opinion based on my own hands-on experience with the product. And that experience takes me to my second note. As you could probably see, I had my right ear plugged in during some of the tests. That's because I had a mild ear infection, which prevented me from using actual in-ear buds for a while. That's one of the reasons why I didn't have new reviews on the channel for almost 2 weeks, but what actually matters is that I personally found yet another advantage of using bone conduction headphones. The technology simply made it possible for me to listen to music during the last couple of days. This advantage, of course, is not specific to the product tested here today, but it applies to all bone conduction headphones, and I just thought I would share this little story with you. And now, to conclude the review, I have to confess that I did not expect such a high level of overall performance from the Haylou PurFree BC01. And I especially did not expect it to match that of the QOBUZ Open Run Pro that closely. But honestly, I believe that these headphones represent a much better value than either the Open Run Pro or the Open Run. Why? Well, the BC01 can do anything the QOBUZ headphones can do, and it comes in at a much lower price point. Design, build quality, durability, usability, and comfort are all on the same premium level. Battery life is about the same, and we get aptX support on the Haylou, which is missing from the QOBUZ. Sure, there is no app support and we don't get that nice carry case either. You might get a better phone call experience and more bass for your music with the Open Run Pro, but using the Haylou made me realize how much I liked the fact that those headphones were less prone to vibrations. And there is the more open sound signature as well, which is always a winner in my eyes, or ears, or actually bones in this case. And shockingly enough, the Haylou BC01 retails for around $100, which is almost half the price of the Open Run Pro. Even without that disparity in their price, I would say that Shokz have some strong competition on their hands, but considering how much more affordable the Haylou headphones are, I don't even think that there is a competition. Haylou got a real winner here with this set. And this was my review of the Haylou PurFree BC01 bone conduction headphones. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to comment away. Thanks for watching. See you next time.